Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to explore a topic that is both intriguing and deeply insightful: the power of detachment in relationships. The title of this speech, Men Can't Resist You If You Detach, is not about playing games or manipulating emotions. It's about understanding the dynamics of attraction, self-respect, and emotional independence. Detachment, when practiced authentically, can create a magnetic pull that draws others toward you. Detachment fosters mystery, and mystery is one of the most powerful tools in creating attraction and maintaining intrigue in relationships. When you detach, you create a sense of depth and complexity that draws others in, compelling them to want to know more about you. This mystery is not about being secretive or deceptive. It's about valuing your own privacy and inner world and allowing others to discover you gradually. One of the key aspects of detachment fostering mystery is the element of unpredictability. When you are not overly available or eager to share every detail of your life, you become less predictable. This unpredictability keeps others on their toes, making them curious about your thoughts, feelings, and actions. It's this curiosity that fuels attraction and keeps the relationship dynamic and engaging. Another important aspect of detachment fostering mystery is the preservation of your individuality. When you detach, you maintain your own identity, separate from the relationship. This individuality is inherently mysterious, as it signals that you are a complete person on your own, with your own interests, passions, and goals. This sense of self-sufficiency is incredibly attractive, as it shows that you are not defined by the relationship, but by your own unique qualities. Detachment also fosters mystery by creating a sense of emotional depth. When you are not overly eager to reveal your emotions or vulnerabilities, you create a sense of intrigue. Others are drawn to the idea of uncovering your inner world, of understanding what makes you tick. This emotional depth adds layers to your personality, making you more fascinating and compelling. Another reason detachment fosters mystery is that it allows you to maintain a sense of independence. When you are not overly reliant on others for your happiness or validation, you exude a sense of confidence and self-assurance. This independence is mysterious because it signals that you are content and fulfilled on your own, making others want to be a part of your life to share in that fulfillment. Detachment also fosters mystery by creating a sense of balance in the relationship. When you are not overly invested or attached, you create a dynamic where both partners have space to breathe and grow. This balance is mysterious because it signals that you are not desperate or needy, but rather you are secure in yourself and in the relationship. Another important aspect of detachment fostering mystery is the element of surprise. When you detach, you are less likely to be predictable in your actions and reactions. This element of surprise keeps the relationship exciting and fresh, as others are constantly wondering what you will do or say next. It's this sense of anticipation that keeps the spark alive. Detachment also fosters mystery by allowing you to maintain a sense of privacy. In a world where oversharing has become the norm, maintaining your privacy is a rare and valuable trait. This privacy creates a sense of intrigue, as others are curious about what you choose to keep to yourself. It's this sense of discretion that adds to your allure. Another reason detachment fosters mystery is that it allows you to focus on your own growth and development. When you are not overly attached to the relationship, you have the mental and emotional space to pursue your own interests and goals. This focus on self-improvement is mysterious because it signals that you are constantly evolving and becoming a better version of yourself. Detachment also fosters mystery by creating a sense of emotional resilience. When you are not overly attached, you are less likely to be swayed by the ups and downs of the relationship. This emotional resilience is mysterious because it signals that you are strong and capable of handling whatever comes your way. Another important aspect of detachment fostering mystery is the element of self-respect. When you detach, you show that you value yourself enough to maintain your own boundaries and priorities. This self-respect is mysterious because it signals that you are not easily swayed by others' opinions or actions, but rather you are confident in your own worth. Finally, detachment fosters mystery by creating a sense of timelessness. When you are not overly attached, you create a dynamic where the relationship is not rushed or forced, but rather it unfolds naturally over time. This sense of timelessness is mysterious because it signals that you are patient and willing to let things develop at their own pace. Detachment fosters mystery by creating a sense of unpredictability, individuality, emotional depth, independence, balance, surprise, privacy, self-improvement, emotional resilience, self-respect, and timelessness. These elements combine to create a magnetic pull that draws others toward you, not out of neediness or desperation, but out of genuine curiosity and admiration. By detaching, you create a relationship dynamic that is not just based on attraction, but on mutual respect, trust, and intrigue. Detachment builds self-respect, and self-respect is the foundation of a healthy, fulfilling life. When you detach, you demonstrate that you value yourself enough to prioritize your own needs, goals, and well-being. This act of self-respect is not about selfishness or indifference. It's about recognizing your own worth and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. Detachment allows you to maintain your boundaries, protect your energy, and cultivate a sense of inner strength and confidence. One of the key aspects of detachment, building self-respect, is the ability to set and maintain boundaries. Boundaries are essential for protecting your emotional and mental well-being. When you detach, you create a clear distinction between your own needs and the needs of others. This clarity allows you to say no when necessary, to prioritize your own well-being, and to avoid being taken advantage of. Setting boundaries is a powerful act of self-respect, as it signals that you value yourself enough to protect your own space and energy. Another important aspect of detachment building self-respect is the ability to avoid overinvestment in others. When you detach, you recognize that your happiness and fulfillment are not dependent on others' actions or approval. This realization allows you to take responsibility for your own well-being rather than seeking validation or reassurance from external sources. By focusing on your own needs and goals, you cultivate a sense of self-sufficiency and independence that is deeply empowering. Detachment also builds self-respect by allowing you to maintain your own identity. In relationships, it's easy to become overly enmeshed, losing sight of your own interests, passions, and goals. When you detach, you ensure that you remain true to yourself, even as you navigate the complexities of relationships. This sense of individuality is a powerful expression of self-respect, as it shows that you are not willing to compromise your own identity for the sake of others. Another reason detachment builds self-respect is that it allows you to avoid unnecessary drama and conflict. When you detach, you are less likely to be drawn into others' problems or to take on their emotional baggage. This emotional distance allows you to maintain a sense of calm and clarity even in the face of chaos. By avoiding unnecessary drama, you protect your own peace of mind and demonstrate that you value your own well-being. Detachment also builds self-respect by fostering a sense of emotional resilience. When you detach, you are less likely to be swayed by the ups and downs of relationships or external circumstances. This emotional resilience allows you to navigate challenges with grace and composure, rather than being overwhelmed by stress or anxiety. By maintaining your emotional balance, you demonstrate that you are strong and capable of handling whatever comes your way. Another important aspect of detachment building self-respect is the ability to make decisions based on your own values and priorities. When you detach, you are less likely to be influenced by others' opinions or expectations. This independence allows you to make choices that align with your own goals and aspirations, rather than seeking approval or validation from others. By making decisions based on your own values, you affirm your own worth and demonstrate that you are in control of your own life. Detachment also builds self-respect by allowing you to focus on your own growth and development. When you detach, you create the mental and emotional space needed to pursue your own interests and goals. This focus on self-improvement is a powerful expression of self-respect, as it shows that you are committed to becoming the best version of yourself. By investing in your own growth, you demonstrate that you value your own potential and are willing to put in the effort to achieve it. Another reason detachment builds self-respect is that it allows you to avoid toxic or unhealthy relationships. When you detach, you are less likely to tolerate behavior that is disrespectful or harmful. This discernment allows you to walk away from relationships that do not serve your well-being, rather than staying out of fear or obligation. By refusing to settle for less than you deserve, you affirm your own worth and demonstrate that you are deserving of respect and kindness. Detachment also builds self-respect by fostering a sense of inner peace and contentment. When you detach, you are less likely to be consumed by worry, anxiety, or regret. This inner peace allows you to live in the present moment rather than being preoccupied with the past or future. By cultivating a sense of contentment, you demonstrate that you are at peace with yourself and your life, regardless of external circumstances. Another important aspect of detachment building self-respect is the ability to maintain a sense of dignity and grace. When you detach, you are less likely to engage in petty arguments, gossip, or other behaviors that diminish your self-respect. This sense of dignity allows you to navigate relationships and challenges with poise and integrity rather than being drawn into negativity or conflict. By maintaining your dignity, you demonstrate that you value yourself enough to rise above petty behavior. Detachment also builds self-respect by allowing you to focus on your own happiness and fulfillment. When you detach, you recognize that your well-being is your own responsibility, rather than being dependent on others. This realization allows you to take proactive steps to create a life that is meaningful and fulfilling, rather than waiting for others to make you happy. By taking control of your own happiness, you affirm your own worth and demonstrate that you are capable of creating a life that you love. Finally, detachment builds self-respect by fostering a sense of empowerment. When you detach, you take ownership of your own life and refuse to be defined by external circumstances or others' opinions. This sense of agency allows you to live with confidence and determination, knowing that you are in control of your own destiny. By embracing your own power, you demonstrate that you are a strong, capable, and self-respecting individual. Detachment builds self-respect by allowing you to set and maintain boundaries, avoid overinvestment in others, maintain your own identity, avoid unnecessary drama, foster emotional resilience, make decisions based on your own values, focus on your own growth, avoid toxic relationships, cultivate inner peace, maintain dignity, focus on your own happiness, and embrace your own power. These elements combine to create a strong foundation of self-respect, enabling you to live a life that is authentic, fulfilling, and empowered. By detaching, you affirm your own worth and demonstrate that you are deserving of respect, kindness, and love. Detachment encourages emotional balance by allowing individuals to step back from situations and observe them without becoming overly entangled in the emotions they evoke. When we detach, we create a mental space that helps us process events more objectively, reducing the likelihood of being overwhelmed by feelings like anger, sadness, or frustration. This space enables us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, fostering a sense of calm and control even in challenging circumstances. By practicing detachment, we can avoid being consumed by the intensity of our emotions, which often leads to unnecessary stress and conflict.